Another month is over, at least it was like 2 weeks ago, and it's time to talk about the games that I played. This is a follow-up to what I did last month, where I discussed every single game that I played that month. We're going to do it again this month. Going to talk about some games that I have on constant rotation that I go back to every once in a while, some games that I either am currently in progress playing or have gone back to and played a little bit of, games that I completed this month, and games that I abandoned. Starting off with on rotation, it's back. It was on there last month, but obviously Call of Duty World War II. Definitely played it a lot less in February than I did in January, but it's still a game that I play every couple of days, just even if it's only to do the orders that you do that day. I love it. Next up we have the Xbox version of Uno. This is a game that I play every once in a while with. I want to play something but can't decide what to play and just want a quick, easy thing to play around with. Everyone knows what Uno is. This doesn't do anything particularly amazing. It's an Uno game. Next up we have Crime Scene Cleaner. This is one of my favorite sort of cleaning type games where you clean crime scenes, as simple as that. Disposing of bodies, wiping up blood, all of that fun stuff. I've been playing through the Nightmare mode, which you unlock once you complete the main game, and it gives you sort of all of the missions in the game but bigger. I think there's a couple new maps in some of the recent updates, so I've played a little bit of that. It's kind of a game that I go back to every once in a while. If I want something just easy and mindless, I may play that for an hour or two, and it's always a lot of fun. And kind of similar to that is House Flipper. Similar sort of thing. This is a game that I quite regularly go back to, especially on my Steam Deck. It's kind of a game that if I'm looking for something very cozy and easy and simple, I will return to this. It's a game where you buy houses and basically renovate them, do them up, rebuild things, redesign them. It's a lot of fun, a very simple game, but one that I just have an absolute blast with every time I go back to. Like I said, it's very mindless, but that's kind of something I love about it. I can just switch my brain off, de-stress, and just play this simple, cozy game. A couple games that I played a fair bit and have been progressing through but haven't completed yet, starting with Power Wash Simulator 2. I've been playing this a lot with my partner recently, and we've been going through every single map on the story mode. Just a really cozy, simple, mindless cleaning game where you've got a power washer and you're going around washing things. I had a lot of issues with the first game as much as I did like it, but I feel like Power Wash Simulator 2 completely fixes every single issue and problem or critique that I had of that game. They've improved literally everything that they could possibly improve with this game, and I really loved this one. And then we have Dishonored. I've been doing another playthrough of that. This is a game that I've played so many times, so it's always fun to go back to it. It's a very nostalgic game for me. I have found that on this playthrough, I don't know if I think it holds up as well as I wish it had, but I still really do enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I've been trying to play it stealthily and keep fucking up every single time I see any enemies, so I don't think I've ended a single level without high chaos at the end. The only game that I completed this month was a replay of Fallout New Vegas. This is quite possibly my favorite game of all time, at least my favorite Fallout game. I absolutely love every single aspect of this game. Something I really love about games like this, especially the Fallout games, is that every single time you play it, you have a different experience. It all kind of depends on sort of what order you do it, each quest in, sort of how that affects the tone of the game. I found that doing some quests early on compared to later on just makes the game feel completely different, and it's really fun to play through it in different ways and doing everything in a different order, or doing quests you've never done before, or switching up different quests and joining different factions. It is really a game that I feel like you can play endlessly and always find new areas and new quests and new characters and new things to do in there that you have never discovered before. Then a few games that I sort of played casually that a couple of them I will definitely carry on with. Firstly, we have the Rayman Anniversary Edition. This is the the recent re-release of the classic PlayStation game Rayman, which is one of my favorite platformers of all time. With this, they brought in multiple different versions of the game, including like versions on the Atari Jaguar and the Game Boy Advance and PC. And there's also a prototype level of when they were making it for the Super Nintendo. And it's really cool that it's all in this bundle together. Like, I love that about it, but I do still feel like this edition has a lot of issues. It's a massive shame that they replaced the soundtrack, especially considering how iconic it is. I keep finding bugs, keep losing saves, I keep crashing a lot. This doesn't happen all the time. I have been able to play it for a while and not have any issues, but it still keeps happening. And I know that Ubisoft, even though they're still promoting this game, have said that they're not supporting it anymore. There's so many things that I feel like could have been improved to make this sort of perfect. There is a fan-made remaster of Rayman called Rayman Redemption, which I actually think is kind of better than this, which is a real shame because that's free. I paid money for this, but I can't complain too much. I still had fun playing Rayman, and if this can get us closer to a new Rayman game, then that would be great. And I played a couple of demos, starting off with Antivirus Survivors 2003 Professional. This is like a roguelite where you're controlling a cursor who's going around deleting viruses. It's obviously very inspired by that Windows XP sort of look, and as someone that grew up with that was very nostalgic to see. I had an absolute blast with this game. I finished a whole run in the demo. It's not quite as difficult as other roguelites I've played, but maybe that's just because this is the demo and I feel like the final game might have a lot more to it, and I hope it does because this was an absolute blast and I definitely will be checking it out when it comes out. And I also played the Marathon Server Slam. Marathon is the new Bungie game. It's a extraction shooter, a genre which I have literally no experience in whatsoever. So I played the Server Slam, which was like their open beta, and I really enjoyed it. I was really interested in what was happening, even though I really had no clue what I was doing. I was having a lot of fun sort of figuring it out. I felt like the gunplay was incredibly tight and responsive and felt good to use. I had a real blast with this, and I have bought Marathon, but obviously it's March now, so I won't give you my thoughts on it because I have been playing it a little bit. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where this game goes. And we're going to finish this off with a few games that I abandoned this month. Games that I have been playing or were playing last month and just decided, you know what, no, I can't do this anymore. Starting off with RoboCop Rogue City. Now, I do think this is a good game, but I played it for a few hours and I just started to get so bored of it. I didn't really feel like there was much variation in what was happening. As a RoboCop game, it is pretty much as good as a RoboCop game can be, I think. I really like that RoboCop movie, and it feels like it could be a direct sequel to that. I enjoyed it more as a sequel than I did the actual sequels they did to that movie. Maybe I will go back and carry on playing it in the future, but I don't know, I kind of feel like I got everything I could out of this game. And we got Star Wars Outlaws. It went to Game Pass. I played it a little bit and I just couldn't get into it. There were things that I liked about it. I didn't dislike the experience or anything. It seemed like it was a good game, and I probably would enjoy it a lot more if I powered through, but I just wasn't getting much out of it. I wasn't really enjoying it that much. I found it a little bit repetitive in that early section. And finally, we have a game called Ship Inc., a game that I was enjoying, but the things that I didn't enjoy about it just completely put me off. Ship Inc. is a very simple game where you're receiving packages of items which you're then going to ship to people. It is literally the most basic game that it possibly could be, and yet it's still kind of annoying because things don't really stack on top of each other properly when you put them in the box. So every time you have to put multiple things in a box, it takes you multiple attempts because it just won't accept it, and that gets incredibly annoying very quickly. And that is the reason I gave up with the game, because apart from that, I was enjoying it, and when it worked, I had fun. It was very simple, very cute. Yeah, it was just another mindless game because I loved those sort of ones where it's very casual and chill, but this started to annoy me. And there we go. that is everything that I played in February. Thank you so much for the kind support on my games that I loved that no one talks about video, which has been doing really well. For me, that was kind of the taster of what I want to do with this channel moving forward, and I'm very happy with how that video's come out. So hopefully there'll be more sort of similar videos to that out in the future. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.